Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. It is yours truly, Dave, the real music observer, observing real music in real time for real people, just like you and me and Tommy Shaw and JY too. Alright, this is why I don't do music for a living, people. It would be very bad. You wouldn't want that. Who won the Styx lawsuit? According to the VH1 documentary, no one actually won the lawsuit, except the Styx manager who took over, who seems kind of like a hard you-know-what, is, looking in the camera and said, well, Dennis got the right to be Dennis. Nobody said that they actually won, but, and the court didn't say who actually won, but Dennis got the right to be Dennis, and Styx got to be Styx. Although Dennis can say performing the music of Styx, Styx does not have to say performing the music of Dennis DeYoung. And as you know, that's my only issue. They can be Styx. They can be whoever they want to. If they want to be Kansas, I don't care. But make sure you're in the little disclaimer, you're saying performing the music of Dennis DeYoung. The lawsuit just didn't make any sense to me. You've got the founding member of the band. You're kicking him out because he's sick, okay? Bye-bye. This is very Steve Perry, by the way, for those of you who follow the Journey stuff. It's very Steve Perry. Bye-bye, Steve. You're sick. Get out. Although I think that was a one-off. He had to do that album, and then he found an out, which was his hip injury, and that had to be the great, because it's been 20 years, because if it wasn't an out, he could have come back. But Dennis is like, hello, I'd like to come back. And Styx is like, no, we want to rock. We don't want Liza Minnelli here. And everybody who agrees with that says, yeah, Dave, you just don't, you have a vendetta against, I'm plotting here in Florida, in Southwest Florida. I wake up in the morning and I go, how can I get JY today? What can I do to get Tommy Shaw? They're millionaires. What can I do to bring them down? I can't do anything because people keep showing up to these concerts because guess what's happened? It's been like a generation removed, like the second cousin removed. It's been that generation of people who found Styx and think that Lawrence Gowan originally sang Come Sail Away. It sounds just like the record. No, it doesn't. Go see Dennis DeYoung play a concert, okay? And then you'll know who actually was there back in 78, 79, 77, 76, the golden years, according to JY. We only rock out now. We don't play this this wimp stuff. Really, because Paradise Theater, all right, that concept album, and I love how they brush over it in the VH1 documentary. Oh, that documentary, it's so informative, right? So they brush over it. They're like, and Dennis came back with another concept album. Their biggest album of all time! It's just a little concept album that Dennis came up with. Oh, it's only about Too Much Time on My Hands. That's the only good song on it. The Best of Times isn't any good. That entire thing, that whole theme, just Too Much Time. That's the only song that really matters. Come on, people. So, yeah. I'm sorry, I just have had enough. I watch this and I say to myself, this was a band effort, okay? They make the point of saying in the documentary, well, your most creative time was when who was in the band? Who? You said late 70s, who was in the band? I think it was Dennis DeYoung. Dennis DeYoung. All right, so I've made my point in a couple of videos today. The thing I really detest, though, is this lawsuit. Again, if this man is your friend, you go to him. You reconcile with him. You talk with him. You say, you take time off. And apparently, Dennis wasn't willing for them to do a stand-in or something like that. He wasn't willing. He just wanted to get better. He, like Steve Perry, didn't want the brand to be messed up, okay? And it was, because you've got the Lollipop Guild now. Yes, you've got a great bass player, Ricky Phillips. Yes, you've got a great drummer, and Todd Schukerman, I think is how you say his name. He's a very good drummer. I mean, I'm not here to criticize the musicians that came along later on. The problem I have is the musician that should have came back was Dennis DeYoung. He's a founding member of this group, and he was there long before JY and long before Tommy. So if anybody gets to say who is in Styx and who's not in Styx, it should have been Dennis, and that's kind of a no-brainer. By the way, Suzanne DeYoung, thanks again for inspiring the first hit song by Styx called Lady, and the last Styx song, it's called Love at First Sight from End of the Century. That was their last Billboard charting single. All right, done. See ya. Have fun, everybody.